Hello everyone, this is part 29 of What If Naruto was banished and becomes Master Swordsman, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to share, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Join my membership, the perks are great. It's in the description. The stage was set for Naruto. All of his training with Heaven's Blade was geared toward this moment. There was no fail or no losing, only victory. He came too far to lose here. Aizu also came too far. He stood against the strongest of opponents, and yet here he stands before a shinobi, not just any shinobi, but one who happens to wield the sword of the heavens. It is this person who stands as an obstacle between him and his goal, between him and his dream. For him the situation was the same, he could not lose, winning was the only option. The story-led history was written and could not have two winners. History would have only one victor and one loser. Who that victor or loser would be was up to the two warriors that stood on center stage. The way the final chapter ended was solely on their shoulders. Tsunade took a step forward, this is it. End it once and for all Naruto. Naruto will not lose, he will be the one standing when it's over. Yumi said. Konohamaru nodded, damn straight, Naruto Nisan is going to kick his ass. Shinji smiled, the kid is right, Naruto will not lose, especially since he will be the one guiding the hand of God. Man, I never thought I would live to see someone use Heaven's Blade to its full potential. This is truly a dream come true. Naruto-kun is confident. He will win, I believe in him. Hinata stated. Gaara, who folded his arms, Naruto, when it's all or nothing, he always comes out on top. Right now it is all or nothing. Senzairu, who was standing next to Sasuke, the final attack, this battle is coming to a close. Naruto, it's all on you. Naruto Nisan. Hayami said, slightly worried about Naruto. Naruto will do it, the idiot doesn't know how to lose. Sasuke said to both Senzairu and Hayami. Jiraiya, who was part of the group holding up the barrier, turned to Naya, like father like son to a degree, but Minato was more of a genius type shinobi, Naruto isn't. It doesn't matter since his heart overshadows Minato's. Arrogance seems to be of the same level though. Naya pointed out. Too true. In any event, let's strengthen the barrier if we can. I don't think I can go any higher, and it seems neither can you. I know, but it's okay, we have reinforced it enough that we should be okay. Naya knew that Jiraiya was right. That is true. Savia, are you okay over there? Don't worry about me, stay focused on the barrier. The Mist Nin informed her mother. Kakashi, who was standing next to Rin and Guy, let three words escape his lips, this is it. Everyone present turned their attention toward Naruto and Aizu. Aizu, who was surrounded by dark chakra and black flames with chakra continuing to flare up as the ground beneath him started to give way to the pressure and intensity of the chakra. Naruto, who was enclosed in a golden aura, the pressure of the chakra was so intense that the same effect was occurring to the ground beneath him. Aizu flashed Naruto a smile, only one of us will stand after this. I know. Shall we perform our final dance? Naruto asked. Yes, I think it's time we close the curtain on this show. Prepare yourself. Naruto gripped his sword tightly and waited for Aizu. The Raikage studied Naruto, it had to be perfect. His attack needed to be precise or it would all fail. He only had one shot to win this, one shot to take it all. Okay, wait Aizu, wait for the perfect moment. Analyze, study, watch, wait, and. Now. Launching towards Naruto full force, Aizu was on the offensive. Naruto decided not to wait for Aizu. Instead, he decided to meet him halfway. The blue-eyed shinobi launched at Aizu. Two warriors on course for what would end in a head-on collision, one by which only one would walk away from. One thing each knew for certain, this attack would decide it all. Somewhere in Fire Country, Kuin and his group stopped. Rado turned toward Konoha. Father, you have to win. Kuin, who was still being supported by the group of shinobi, turned to look at Rado. We shouldn't keep stopping Rado, we have to get back to Cloud. We should head back to Konoha. Leaving behind our leader is something we should not have. Our leader is the strongest in the village and he made his decision. He chose to remain and fight even when our army was forced to retreat. Anything that happens is on him. You could head back if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. I know he's your father, but there is nothing you can do right now even if you wanted to. Let's head home and worry about our next move while we heal. Kuin suggested. Rado fist clenched tight in his hands. Fine. Let's head back to Cloud. The Cloud shinobi took off towards their village. Rado had a bad feeling about everything that was going on. He would do what his sensei said and play the waiting game. Konoha. A group of Anbu landed next to the unconscious Sai. Who did you think did this to him? One responded, I don't know, but whoever did this had to be talented. He is always a member of Root, that in itself speaks volumes of his talent. A female Anbu responded, whoever did this obviously didn't want him dead. In any event, we need to get him to the hospital. Agreed, the shinobi in front of Sai said as he picked him up. In an instant, the Anbu squad, with Sai in tow, was gone. Battlefield. The two shinobi were inching towards one another. It was only seconds before they reached one another, but to everyone, including him, it felt as if time had slowed down for them. Aizu was flooded with memories of his family, friends, and his wife. Aizu flashback. 5-year-old Aizu watched as his mother knelt down. You know, the responsibility of being a big brother means that you have to look out for you brother and sister. I will, mother, I promise. His mother patted him on his head. I know you will. End of flashback. Naruto remembered how life was like for a 5-year-old Jinchuriki. Being ostracized, he remembers one person treating him like he was human. Naruto's flashback. Sitting on the swing watching the other kids play, Naruto was envious and wanted to play with them so badly. Only one problem, the parents forbid their kids to play with him. Why me? Doesn't anyone like me? What do you mean no one likes you? I wouldn't offer to treat you to ramen if I didn't like you, now would I? Gramps, you're really going to do that for me? Naruto said with excitement in his voice. Come Naruto, let's go have ramen and after that we will go play ninja. Sandaime said to the boy. For an old man, you're pretty cool Gramps. Naruto said, causing Sarutobi to sigh. End of Naruto's flashback. Aizu's thoughts were all over the place and they landed on a time when he first became a shinobi. Isu's flashback. Today, you are shinobi of the Cloud. Become the best shinobi you can be and always protect the Cloud with everything you have. After the teacher gave his speech, Aizu was standing outside of the academy wearing his headband proudly. One step closer, mother and father. One step closer to making a difference. Tosku placed a hand on Isu's shoulder, causing the boy to look up at his mentor. This is the beginning of your dream, Aizu. I have no doubt that you are the future of Cloud. You will be a great shinobi, that much is certain. Aizu smiled and turned to look at the sky. One step closer. End of Isu's flashback. For Naruto, the next memory that would enter his head would be one of him and Team 7 when they were one of their missions after the Wave mission. Naruto's flashback. It was night time and the group just completed a mission. Deciding to get some rest, the group stopped and decided to camp out in the forest. Building a fire, all was laying around the fire. Kakashi was reading his book, while Sakura was looking up at the stars. Seeing a shooting star, well, there goes a shooting star. Sasuke-kun, Kakashi-sensei, Naruto, make a wish. Sasuke turned on his side. I don't need to wish for what I want to occur. Fate has already sealed that man's fate the moment he left me alive. Sakura glanced Kakashi. Kakashi-sensei, did you make your wish? Huh? Did you say something, Sakura? A vein formed on her head. Never mind. How about you, Naruto? I bet it's to become Hokage, right? Naruto's answered surprised everyone. No, Sakura-chan. I really don't need to make a wish, mine's already came true. Really? But I thought Hokage was your dream. Sakura asked. It is, but I have other dreams too. What about you, Sakura-chan? Did you make your wish? Sakura blushed. Yes. Kakashi closed his book. Well, we have to get going early tomorrow, so we all should get some rest. Everyone said good night. Naruto was looking up at the stars. Good night, family. End of Naruto's flashback. The gap was slowly closing between the two shinobi. Aizu's thoughts went to his teammates, his lost comrades. Aizu flashback. Aizu and his friends stood on top of a mountainside in lightning. The group was now 16 and Eugen was finally promoted to Junin. Aoki, Aizu, and Eugen looked off into the horizon. I think the three of us will become great shinobi. Our trio will be more famous than Sanin. Eugen stated. Greater than the Sannin, sounds real good. What do you think, Azu? I think if we strive for our best there is nothing that can stop us. We are strong individually but together we are untouchable. You're right bro, we are an untouchable family. Azu turned to Eugen and smiled, and of course you're the goofy little brother who always finishes last. Hey, I'm older than you and what do you mean by goofy? I'll have you know. Azu smiled, his mind completely zoned out as he looked at the sky. End of Isu's flashback. Naruto was inching closer and his thoughts shifted to Manashu clan. Naruto's flashback. It was a month before Naruto was about to leave and he was standing outside looking off into the night. Raiho approached him. Why are you out here so late, Naruto? Just thinking, that's all. Just thinking about how a man took in a kid and taught him a sword technique that belongs to his clan. You know Raiho-sensei, I'm not good with thanking people but I thank you for teaching me and treating me like a son. Naruto, these past 11 months have been interesting to say the least. I will say this though, I've gained a second child this past year. My teaching you felt as if I was passing on my legacy to an heir, my heir. You do know I'm proud of you, right Naruto? Yay. Naruto. Yes sensei. You do realize that we can't tell anyone about this girly moment, right? Don't plan to sensei, don't plan to. End of Naruto's flashback. Azu next thought shifted to his wife. Isu's flashback. Sitting outside of his house with his arms around his pregnant wife while looking at the starlit sky, Azu was happy, overjoyed with the idea of being a father. More than anything, I have something to protect. I failed twice, I can't fail a third time. I love you Hana. It caught the pregnant female off guard. Her surprise turned into a smile. I love you too. Are you okay? Couldn't be better Hana, couldn't be better. End of Isu's flashback. Naruto's flashback. Sun Country. Naruto was standing outside thinking about his life and the direction it went in. 5 years ago he was fighting to be Hokage and now he was just another rogue shinobi. Yumi was a good girl but Naruto really didn't know if this is where he wanted to be. He loved Sun Country and he cared for Yumi a lot but something was still missing. Leaving behind people to seek that would just make him like Sasuke. Maybe that's why we fought often. The two of us aren't so different after all. Naruto felt Yumi's arm slid around his waist. Naruto-kun, can I ask you a question? Sure Yumi. Why are you so distant? You rarely open up. I mean you told me about the 9 tails but there seems to be so much more that you are hiding. You don't have to hide anything from me Naruto. We are lovers and friends, which should be reason enough for you to place your faith and trust into me and be completely open with me. Naruto, you are not alone, I will always stand by you. Whatever you can't face alone we can face it together. Naruto couldn't say a thing. All of her words were true. Naruto knew that he could count on Kaori, Raiho, Kaito, Jiraiya, and Hayami, but none of them ever told them that they would stand by him, even though he knew they would. She was the first to say it. That meant a lot to Naruto. Here he was thinking about leaving to fill that emptiness he was feeling when someone was willing to help him search for the thing that would fill the void. He always thought that Sasuke made a mistake by leaving a place that offered him everything he could to achieve his goal. Naruto didn't have that luxury and now that he was presented with the option he decided he would allow Yumi to be by his side. You do realize my path may be a dangerous one Yumi. I am a shinobi who is feared throughout the world. I don't want you to risk your life to follow. Yumi K. Naruto. Pulling away slowly, Naruto, I don't care about the dangers. Being together means I accept everything about you. Let's go in the house and get some sleep, okay? Sure. Oh, and Yumi. Yes. Nothing. The two went into the house. Naruto didn't know why but for some reason, that whole talk put things in perspective. He didn't need to continue his search to fill the void, that discussion made him realize that it was already filled. He was where he wanted to be, he was home. End of Naruto's flashback. The two warriors drew closer together preparing for the final strike, ing their swords back preparing to strike one another, the two eyes met. Both shinobi with one thing on their mind at this point and that was win at all cost. This is it. Azu swung his sword. Here we go. Naruto swung his sword. Black and white, ebony and ivory, both blades slowly inching towards each other. The moment felt like an eternity. In the eyes of the spectators every movement was in slow motion. It's as if Father Time wanted everyone to see the final attack between two of the strongest warriors in the world, and the end of the battle that would go down as one of the most prolific fights in shinobi history. This was bigger than Shodai and Madara at the Valley of the End. Much bigger than Naruto and Sasuke's battle, and far above Aizu and Senzairu's seconded encounter. This battle would change the structure of the shinobi world. In a stale silence, the two swords made contact with one another. Tsunade, Jiraiya, Naya, Senzairu, Savaya, Sakura, Neji, Lee, Tenten, Ino, Kiba, Shikamaku, Temari, Gaara, Kankaru, Rin, Guy, Alba, Kurenai, Asuma, Baki, Yugao, Konohamaru, Hanabi, the Genins, Hayami, and Yumi all covered their eyes as the light from the attack blinded them. Sasuke and Kakashi both used the Sharingan to watch closely. It didn't take long for the whole village and everything in a 100-mile radius to become cloaked by a bright white light that blinded all. Miles away from Konoha, Rado, who was jumping from branch to branch, looked in shock. Landing on one of the branches and turning towards the direction of Konoha, he placed his hand over his eyes to shield him from the brightness of the light. Father Kuin, who was still injured, motioned for the group to stop. Aizu. Konoha. The light started to fade. Sasuke, who saw it all, smirked. HMPH. What everyone now saw shocked them. Everyone was standing in a 20-foot crater throughout the stadium shaped like a hand. Inside the crater, both Naruto and Aizu were standing, on the opposite side from where they attacked, with their back to one another. Aizu, who was now back to his original form, with his shirt was completely gone. The smudges of blood that decorated the side of his lip and his chest, along with the tattered pants that remained, revealed everything anyone needed to know about this battle. Closing his eyes and smirking, Uzumaki Naruto, I wish I could be here to see what your future holds. Bearer of the light, let's hope you can bring light to illuminate and guide the misguided, war-minded, driven fools in the world. I guess your will was stronger. Naruto turned his head slightly only to witness Isu's body dissolving into golden light particles. Before he completely faded away, I leave you to finish my goal, Uzumaki Naruto. Don't fail the world. Before Isu's head faded, Naruto said, as long as there is a breath in my body, I won't. The body continued to fade until there was nothing left but light particles. Aizu, the godime wreckage of the village hidden among the clouds, was no more. All that remained was the cloud headband and the clothes of the man that faded from existence. Naruto turned around to see everyone yards away. The only person who was close was Sasuke. Naruto slowly walked towards Sasuke. Looks like it's finally over, Sasuke stated, nodding. Yes, so it would seem. That final move was phenomenal. What was it? It was God's hand. Naruto. Naruto looked up and Sasuke turned around, seeing that the voice they heard coming from Konohamaru as he was the one ahead of the group that was running towards the two. Konohamaru skidded to a stop. Naruto Nisan, you did it. I knew you could do it, man, bro, you were fantastic. Well done, Naruto, Senzairu said to the young warrior. Are you okay, Naruto? Tsunade asked. Bar-chan, I'm perfectly fine. Sheathing his sword, Naruto's transformation slowly faded. His white hair returned to its original golden color, as did his eyes. I feel perfectly. Naruto fell forward. Sasuke grabbed him before he hit the ground. Everyone who was crowded around was worried about the boy. Chakra depletion and his wounds still need to be treated, Hinata informed. I thought his wound was healed when he became the bearer of the light. Konohamaru stated. I'm assuming that it doesn't work that way. If I had to guess, all injuries incurred before the transformation was placed in suspended animation, so to speak. Reverting back to his normal state would return him back to the state by which he was in before he transformed. This is only an assumption since I don't know how this technique in particular works. Shinji-san, can you elaborate since you probably are more qualified to give a summation than I am? Well, you are right about the suspend animations. However, even if this was not the case, the drawback of disengaging the technique is instant chakra depletion. Remember, it's bringing forth a person's potential, and like any other technique, you have to sacrifice chakra to perform it. This jutsu instantly depletes your chakra once the technique is disengaged. The price one must pay. Shinji informed the group. Knowing Naruto, he will be up in no time. The Nine Tails healing ability is a part of Naruto as well. I give him about 3 to 5 days, Jiraiya said. Asuma pulled out a cigarette and placed it in his mouth. After lighting the cigarette, he took a long pull. Let the smoke escape his mouth, so it's finally over. It seems that this crater we are standing in is the shape of a hand. God's hand. Everyone turned to Sasuke. The jutsu Naruto used is called God's hand, which is why we're standing in a crater shaped like a hand. Neji, Hinata, Kakashi, and Hanabi, you saw what happened before the light blinded everyone, correct? All nodded. Sakura was curious. What did you guys see that we didn't? The light was too blinding to see anything. Kakashi spoke. It was for a split second, before the light overcame us, when Naruto brought his sword down on Aizu, cutting through Dragon's Fang and through Aizu what looked like a spiritual hand formed over Naruto, looking as if it was guiding the sword. What Kakashi says is true, but it was only for a split second. I thought my eyes were deceiving me, but the hand appeared out of nowhere as soon as Naruto brought the sword down on Aizu. The hand obviously was the force behind the sword. Aizu never had a chance. A technique doesn't earn a name such as God's hand for nothing. I don't think anyone has a technique that can deal that. A sword forged by God's hand says everything that needs to be said about that jutsu. Sasuke pointed out. Hinata knelt down next to Naruto. We should probably get him to a hospital. Tsunade nodded. Yay, we should. A group of shinobi, including members of Anbu, landed around the group. The numbers started to pile on until there were about 240 shinobi from Konoha, Suna, Kusa, and Waterfall. A captain from one of the Anbu squad stepped forward. The enemy has retreated. Hokage-sama, is there anything that you request of us? Yes, I want you and your men to help the wounded around the village. Search the areas around the village for the bodies of our enemies and allies and have them taken to the morgue. Also, a messenger hawk will be dispatched to each village notifying them when they can pick up the bodies of their shinobi. Tsunade said the captain. Hokage-sama, we can. Captain, Tsunade said while cutting the captain off immediately, we are shinobi of the hidden leaf, which means we are not animals. I know what you're thinking, Captain, but we will do no such thing. The bodies of these men and women should be sent back home for proper burials. Understood. The Leaf Captain and his squad, along with a few Leaf shinobi, left the scene on Tsunade's orders. One of the older Junin saw Naruto's body and narrowed his eyes. I'm guessing we kill him. Raising his kunai up, he smirked. The Leaf Junin felt a sharp pain across his stomach. Sasuke, who had Naruto over his right shoulder and the kusinagi in his left hand, turned toward the injured shinobi. Is that any way to pay respect to the man who saved your life? Attacking a fellow comrade is a penalty. However, I want all of the Leaf shinobi here who have issues with Naruto to understand one thing. If you attack him, I will not hesitate to kill any of you. Activating his Sharingan, do I make myself clear? Those who were scared nodded. The female population was swooning over his coolness, and the younger male generation was thinking of Sasuke as a show-off. Sasuke, however, could care less. Without a warning, Sasuke and Naruto faded from view. Where the hell did they go? Kiba questioned. For people that hate each other, they always seem to defend one another, Kakashi pointed out. Ag, that doesn't answer my question, Kakashi. They went to the hospital, Kiba-kun, Hinata pointed out. Sasuke wants to make sure Naruto gets to the hospital in one piece. Who better to do so than him? Sakura stated. If you ask me, he just wants him to get healed so he can fight him again and lose horribly. Shikamaru lazy stated. In any event, I'm going home, someone wake me in the morning. The young Nara walked off. Gaara looked at his troops, aid the Leaf in their search for injured civilians and bodies. The group nodded and dispersed. Naya turned to where Savia was only to see that the girl was no longer there. Surprised a little, but she smiled. Seems like she left Naya. Will you follow? No, she will be back in a few days. I will leave with her then. So I guess that first novel you wrote can be applied to Naruto, sensei? Naya stated. You know it could, but I never could bring excitement to that hero. You and Minato thought it was excellent, but it was my first and only failure as an author. It didn't take well. That's why I sold the rights to another talented writer who has revised the book and spiced it up better than I could ever hope to do. Really? Who did you sell it to? Naya asked. Jiraiya looked at Yumi. That girl's writing talents far exceed my own. The story of Uzumaki Naruto is in more capable hands than it was when it was in my own. In any event, I got few things I got to take care of. Stay well, Naya. Jiraiya was gone in a puff of smoke. I wonder what the lore of the story will be. Minato-kun, your son has done more than you could hope. You and Kushina would be proud, that much is certain. It looks like it's this generation's turn to take over. With your son leading the way, the future is in good hands. Naruto, Savaya, Sasuke, Gaara, and Hinata, the world is definitely in good hands. It's time I become a spectator and watch. Naya looked over at Hinata, who was holding Shinji up, and smiled. My legacy will live within you and Savaya. Tsunade, who was exhausted, walked up to her son. So it's really over. I believe so. I guess now it's time to get our village in order. Well, I'm off to the hospital. Since you can move, help the squads that are recovering bodies. What do you want me to do, Hokage-sama? Yugao asked. Well, I want you to go to the hospital. I want to make sure that my grandchild is okay. Chuan smiled at the girl who returned the smile. Why can't I go to make sure she's okay? Senzaru asked. Because I'm pissed with you for wanting to kill yourself, and two, the village needs you. As a mother, you don't have to listen to what I have to say, but as a Hokage and your boss, you do. So get to it. Senzaru mumbled under his breath before leaving the scene. Sakura placed her hand on Chuan's shoulder. We should head to the hospital. Nodding, Tsunade and the group headed off to the hospital. At the hospital was chaotic to say the least. Shizun's white nurse outfit was drenched in blood. Nurses and the shinobi who were aiding him were running all over the place with injured shinobi. A medic nin came up to Shizun. Shizun-senpai, we have a patient in room 426 who is heavily injured. He has a hole through his chest. His situation is critical. Critical. Where are the other medics and why haven't they tended to him? Well, I don't know, but they absolutely refuse. Uchiha Sasuke dropped him off and ordered I get him and then left. Shizun didn't need to hear another word. She shot past the young female medic and headed to room 426. Upon her arrival, she saw a few older medic nins just glaring at Naruto without doing anything. She lost it. What the hell are you doing? His life is in jeopardy. We must treat him now. I will not treat that demon. Let him die, one of the old male medics stated. Shizun didn't having time for these people ignorance. She pushed him to the side and started to proceed with healing Naruto. Her hand started glowing green, however it soon faded. Shit, I don't have enough chakra. I used all of my chakra healing the wounded. I have to try, just a little bit. Please, just help me. Tears started to fall down Shizun's eyes. I know you all have your issues, but please, he's going to die if you don't help me. Shizun pleaded, but no one moved. Naruto, don't you quit on me. Come on Naruto, don't you quit on me. You can't die. Just a little more, just a little more. Please, someone help me. Shizun was shocked to see a hand of the young female medic. I'm not as good as you, Shizun-senpai, but if I can lend a hand I will help as much as possible. What are you doing, Lin? Do you even know who you are saving? Doesn't matter, we all swore to save lives regardless of who or what that person may be. All I know is that he was a banished shinobi who is fighting on our side in this war. He's injured and he needs help. I will help. You all should be ashamed of yourself for not aiding this shinobi. Shizun smiled at Lin. Thank you. Shizun, his injury is severe. The only ones who can do anything besides yourself is Sakura-senpai, Hokage-sama and the elite units, which are in designated areas. I don't know what we can do, but I don't know if we can. He's not going to die. Everyone turned to the door to see Tsunade and Sakura standing at the door. Shizun's smile widened. Tsunade-sama. What's going on here? Why are you two the only ones working on him? They refused Tsunade-sama. Shizun stated. Tsunade was pissed before, but now she was beyond pissed. She turned to all of the doctors in the room. I don't give a shit about your issues with Uzumaki Naruto. With him, this village would have been reduced to rubble. Make no mistake, he is the only reason why Konoha is standing. So help me or I will kill every last one of you if you do not try to save the village's savior. Tsunade's killer intent caused the medic nins to shake in fear. The medics gather what courage they had to help Shizun tend to Naruto. 5 hours later, waiting room. Hayami, Mai, Yumi, Sasum, Yokohana, and the rest of the group, with the exception of Shikamaru, were waiting to hear what happened to Naruto. An battle-tested looking Tsunade came out of the room and approached the group. Naruto, he is in stable condition. He will be out for a few days, but he should be okay when he wake up. When can we go see him? Yumi asked. Well, you guys can go see him one at a time. Sakura will escort you individually. A member of Anbu appeared in front of Tsunade when she finished her statement. Hokage-sama, your presence has been requested by Koharu-sama. She is in room 143A. She and a few other members of the council stressed that you come immediately, it's of great importance. Tsunade wondered what there was going on now. She nodded, I will be there shortly. Tsunade-sama, you are injured. You should be treated first, Shizune said out of concern for her teacher. I'm okay, Shizune. I have to see what is going on. My injuries are minor compared to everyone else, Tsunade stated. Shizune knew that she wasn't going to get Tsunade to stay, so she decided to help others who were injured. 5 minutes later, Tsunade entered the room only to find Koharu, Homura, and the rest of the council at Sai's bedside. Sitting up in the bed, Tsunade wondered what caused everyone to congregate in his room. What is going on here? It seems that Danzu has betrayed the leaf, Shibi informed Tsunade. Looking at the battle-tested shinobi, she could see that Koharu's and Homura's clothing wasn't tattered at all. She knew they weren't cowards. The fact was that regular shinobi didn't measure up to their ability. She placed her hand on her forehead. Shit, this gets better and better. Danzu going to another village would definitely put us in jeopardy. He didn't go to another village, Hokage-sama. Shikaku stated grimly. It seems that the Akatsuki organization is still at large. Koharu stated. And if what Sai tells us is true, then we are in more danger than we are equipped to handle. Homura stated. What do you mean? Sai explain. Tsunade questioned. Danzu refrained from killing me to inform everyone that Akatsuki was alive and kicking. Also, he mentioned that his master, Uchiha Madara, was the driving force behind the organization. Homura jumped in. Uchiha Madara being alive seems impossible, however it can very well be true. If he is indeed alive, then Konoha is probably in the most danger out of all of the villages. This is the man who co-founded the Hidden Leaf along with your grandfather Tsunade. I've met the man and his power has always terrified me. His Sharingan was on a different level. That's because Uchiha Madara had the Mangekyo Sharingan. Everyone turned to see Kakashi. Kakashi, what are you doing here? This is a meeting between council members. You have no right to be here. Inaki stated. I'm sure I don't, but remember what Akatsuki was after. We have 2 incapacitated, 1 injured, another heading back to Mist alone and another heading toward Cloud. 5 out of 9 probably within a 150-mile radius of one another, which is definitely not good. I wouldn't worry too much. Akatsuki can't go through on their plans. Everyone turned to see Jiraiya sitting on a frog outside of the window. What do you mean, Jiraiya? Tsunade questioned. I mean that due to the recent growth of Naruto, Kuin, Savaya, and Iwaseido, Akatsuki have to approach the goal to collecting the Jinchuriki differently. Each Jinchuriki can now hold their own with any of the members since they are able to control their demon. Also, Uchiha Itachi destroyed the great statue that was used to contain the Jinchuriki, thus freeing the 4 that was captured. Why would Itachi do such a thing? Kakashi questioned. It's true that Itachi did murder the Uchiha clan, however he did so because of the Uchiha clan's dark secret of a coup d'etat. My guess is Itachi did what he did because he too wanted Madara's power and to stop his clan's goal to take over the leaf. The Uchiha clan was honorable, but I guess he saw that they lost their way and the only way to keep their honor was to commit a massacre that would not have them fall from grace. Looking at it, the clan way of thinking was similar to Madara. After years of research and following Orochimaru, I discovered that Orochimaru's reason for wanting power and all his experiments was to stand on top as the ultimate power. However, he could not do so because his power paled in comparison to Uchiha Madara and Uchiha Itachi. This led Orochimaru to seek out the Uchiha clan to obtain that power. He tried for Itachi but lost his left hand to Itachi. My guess is Madara took Itachi under his wing, seeing him as a threat and convinced him to murder the Uchiha clan, with his aid of course. I think this was done for 2 reasons: 1, so no Uchiha would come and rise above Madara, and 2, to stop Orochimaru's plan. Make no mistake, if Orochimaru got a hold of the Sharingan he would have been a threat to Itachi and Madara. His body switch technique was ingenious. I guess he was praised as being the genius of the Sannin for a reason. Orochimaru was definitely gifted. And he saw his opportunity in Sasuke, Kakashi pointed out. Yes, but Sasuke grew beyond his control. He found himself on the bitter end of that fight, which bring me to my next topic. Jiraiya stated. Uchiha Sasuke is more than likely in danger. Homura stated. The boy has the Mangekyo and he defeated Itachi. I would say he is definitely on Akatsuki's list. He has the potential to surpass Madara. I saw the boy warp into Naruto's mind to tame the fox. Controlling the 9 tails, only Uchiha Madara had that ability, and for him to even be able to enter his mind is a feat in itself. Sasuke's power is growing at a rate that is not good with Akatsuki. So what of Uzumaki Naruto, what is to become of him? Koharu asked. He just saved the village, we're not placing him in chains, Koharu. Tsunade said, slightly angry at what she was trying to insinuate. Jiraiya smiled. Akatsuki will not come after Naruto. 1. They still have to get things in order for themselves, and 2, I'm still here. I don't like to brag, but I'm a pretty strong shinobi. In any event, you will never know when they're going to strike, but if they were going to strike they would have done so already. Sai interrupted the group, they're not going to attack. I didn't pass out right away, sir. I remember hearing Danzu say that no one will survive when they come. I don't know who and what he meant by that, but I'm guessing whatever it is, it's going to be a while. Whatever Akatsuki is planning, it's going to be on a wide scale. It will not only affect Konoha, but the world at large. Right now, we should focus on getting everyone healthy and worry about this later. Sai, you rest up. Tsunade smiled at the boy. The rest of you, we are leaving and we will a council meeting about this sometime next week when we have a memorial for our soldiers. Tsunade left the group. Kakashi followed suit along with the rest of the council members. Tsunade and Kakashi headed back toward where Shizune and the others were located. Speaking a low tone that only Kakashi could hear, this is not good, you do realize it. We are completely exposed. Not just us though, I think every village is exposed. I don't suspect anything will happen, but we definitely will have to keep an eye out. Understood, I will go aid the others. We definitely have a lot of work ahead of us. I would say that 40 of Konoha was damaged by this attack. It might be higher. In any event, we have to keep a lookout. Kakashi, spread the word. I want all mobile shinobi helping at either the hospital or searching for bodies. You have your orders, get on it. Tsunade looked up to the sky. Now the aftermath, I wonder what will happen next. Somewhere unknown. In a dark cave, cloaked members with red clouds adorning their robes, gathered together in a circle. It was evident that astro projection was being used. No member was in the cave. The member with the ringed eyes addressed the group of 9. It seems that Uzumaki Naruto has defeated Aizu. A feat to say the least. Aizu would have caused us problems. It seems we now have to worry about Uzumaki Naruto. Can I offer him to the Jashin? No, Hidden, we will do no such thing. The time will come. You and Kakazu will lay low. I'm certain word has spread that our organization is still in existences. Pain, you coward. Hidden words caused Conan to glare at him. Kakazu sighed, you're an idiot. But Naruto isn't the only Jinchuriki we must worry about. We also have to deal with Savire and Kuin. Let's not forget Gaara of the Sand and Awesido. Uchiha Sasuke, everyone turned to Danzu. Why do we need to worry about a weak Uchiha? Hidden said smugly. You would do well to mind your tongue, Hidden. Besides, Uchiha Sasuke has the Mangekyo Sharingan. His eye stronger than that of Itachi and he has advanced his curse seal to level 3. He is anything but weak. He is another person to keep a lookout on. Danzu stated. It is of no consequences, we will proceed with plan and wait. By the way, Danzu, what is Kumoko's status? Stable. Surprisingly, she survived a grave injury. That Haruno Sakura is another thorn. She will definitely surpass Tsunade. You all lack vision. Everyone's eyes widened at the voice they heard in the cave. A silhouette of a man was the only thing visible besides the piercing red Sharingan. With a black Akatsuki cloak on, the figure continued to the center of the room. Danzu kneeled. Master, what brings you to a meeting? The last time you appeared before us is when Uchiha Itachi was inducted as a senior member. That is true. I'm here to make sure that we are on course with our plan. Itachi threw a wrench in our plans when he destroyed the demon god statue, but it is of no consequence, it can be rebuilt. As for Uzumaki Naruto, we will deal with him when the time comes. Sasuke too. What about Savire and Kuin? An unknown member asked. All will be addressed when the time comes. Our time will come, Akatsuki will stand above all. Madara stated. So are we assigned to a Jinchuriki like last time? An unknown member asked. Yes. Who gets the 9 tails? Hidden asked. I will leave that up to Pain. He will be directing all of your actions. As for Kumoko, make sure she recovers fully. What can that do for our organization? She's weak. Hidden stated. Considering her opponents, one who happens to be of my lineage, the 9 tails Jinchuriki, and Tsunade's successor, it's no wonder why she would appear weak. Danzu, I'm leaving her in your care. You are to make her stronger. Sharingan eyes gazed at Danzu. Yes, master, I will make sure that she is on the level. But she has a vendetta against Uzumaki Naruto, who's to say she won't go after him right away? Then it's simple, crush her and show her how weak she really is. Once that is done, it should be easy to show her where she needs to be in order to take on Naruto. In any event, we will be in contact. You are all dismissed. The astro projections faded, leaving Madara to himself. My power, the power of Uchiha Madara, soon, real soon. 1 week later, Konoha, the Hidden Leaf village, was back to some sense of normalcy. During the week, villagers were fixing the damage throughout the village. Patients were being tended to, the bodies of the shinobi, both foreign and domestic, was gathered. Today was different. Every shinobi and civilian were gathered at the base of the Hokage Tower. Today was a little different from other days. Today was the day that people would pay their respects to the shinobi that sacrificed their life in the war. Tsunade was sitting in her office using her arm to support her head. Today was the day that homage would be paid for all of the fallen soldiers. This meant that a big funeral service would be done in the middle of town. She would also acknowledge those who helped win the war. She wondered how the people would take it when she informed that Naruto saved them from Aizu. Shizune entered her office. Tsunade-sama, it's time. I will be there, give me 5 minutes, Shizune, she informed the girl who exited. Tsunade stood up. Okay, here I go. The Hokage continued to walk toward hospital. Naruto slowly opened his eyes. He heard Hayami yell out to a sleeping Yumi, Yumi-Nisan, Naruto, Nisan is waking up. Naruto's eyes slowly shifted to a smiling Hayami. They then shifted to Yumi, who was now up and watching him closely. The next people would see as he scanned the room was Mai, Naya, Hinata, Shinji, Yokohana, Sasum, Shikamaru, Gaara, Temari, and Kankuro. Naruto, Nisan. Hayami yelled out. Hey, Yami-chan, Naruto said with a weak voice. How are you feeling, Naruto? Yumi asked out of deep concern. Naruto struggled to sit up. A little weak, but I should be okay. Could someone get me water? Temari, who was standing by the table with the water pitcher and cups, poured Naruto a glass and handed to him. After drinking a cup, he exhaled, much better. Naruto, you were amazing in that fight. You woke up just in time too. Tsunade is about to address the crowd. Hayami, open up the window. Hayami nodded and did as Kankuro asked. Naruto, who was scanning the room, noticed a bunch of flowers, balloons and cards in his room. Who is all this from? He asked. Well, Naruto, the Princess of Snow Country had a few balloons delivered. Tazuna and his family, they actually stopped by to visit you to see how you were doing. Jiraiya actually left you a copy of his new volume. Members from Sasum's clan and Yokohana's father, Iruka, and a few other people. Ayami informed Naruto. Shikamaru yawned, then addressed Naruto. It sounds like Tsunade is about to start. Naruto turned his head to look out the window. He could see the Hokage Tower and Tsunade standing on the roof balcony. Next to her were Koharu and Homura. He waited to hear what she was going to say. Hokage Tower. Tsunade looked at the citizens beneath her. First of all, I want to start off by paying respect to all of the shinobi that were lost in this battle. It is because of their sacrifice that Konoha is still here. Their sacrifice was not in vain. I only wish that this war never occurred, but we are shinobi and it is the risk that we must face. To all of the families, friends, and lovers that lost someone special, my heart goes out to you. If you would all put your head down so we can have a moment of silence for all of the shinobi who gave their life for the village. Everyone put their head down and the streets became very quiet. Tsunade lifted her head after a few moments. Konoha, our home, we owe its survival to the shinobi that died to protect it, foreign and domestic. We are not the only village who has valued shinobi. Our allies have lost a lot as well. My heart goes out to our allies who have lost just as much as we did in this war. Even though we lost valued member of our village, Konoha remained strong and it is our strength, the wall of fire that will ensure we wouldn't fall. The crowd erupted in a cheer. Soon it continued, we gave it our all to ensure that the generations to come would have a home. There are a few shinobi that I would like to thank personally. Every shinobi contributed, however the following shinobi turned the tide in our favor. Kazekage Dono, from the bottom of my heart I want to thank you for sticking by us. Without the aid of your village I don't know what predicament Konoha would be in. I would like to thank all of the grass and the waterfall village as well. Another reason why Konoha didn't fall. The ANBU, Junins, Tunins, and Genin alike, thank you all. The crowd of shinobi erupted. Konohamaru, who was standing next to Hanabi, smiled and watched Makinu jump around. Soon it continued, the medical squads responsible for healing our shinobi. Sakura and Shizune, I don't know what would have happened without you two to provide guidance and leadership. Sakura and Shizune, who were standing next one another in the crowd, smiled. Uchiha Sasuke, I don't know where you are, but for evacuating the citizens from the stadium I want to thank you for that. You are a valued asset to the village and a damn fine shinobi. Tsunade's statement of Sasuke caused the crowd to chant, Rokudaime, Rokudaime, Rokudaime. Tsunade saved this one for last because it would definitely throw everyone for a loop. Quiet down. I would like to thank one more person. This person embodies what it is to be a shinobi and has taught me a lot during the years. Yondaime Hokage, your son has grown to be a fine shinobi and it is because of him that Konoha, and all villages threatened by Aizu will live to see another day. His strength and skill throughout the battle is the reason why everyone is here today. Make no mistake, without his aid we all would have perished. Everyone started to whisper about Yondaime having a son. A lot of the younger and older citizens had no clue. But those who did smiled, well at least most did. Tsunade, who closed her eyes and cracked a smile, lifted her head and said, Uzumaki Naruto, you are the greatest shinobi I have ever met, period. You saved this village for a second time from utter destruction. You are and will forever be the greatest hero Konoha has ever known. Thank you Naruto, for everything. Back at the hospital, Naruto smiled. Everyone in the room smiled as well. However, the silence was broken by the crowd who went ballistic. Naruto could hear the chant of the demon Nine Tails and other things of the sort. He put his head down. Shikamaru shook his head in shame. Hinata put her head down, and a bandaged Shinji narrowed his eyes. Bastards, you just saved their asses and this the thanks you get. It's okay Shinji, I was paid to do a service and my job is done. Hayami placed a hand on Naruto's hand. Naruto-Nisan, you will always be my hero. Naruto looked at the girl and smiled, thank you Yami-chan. The group in the room heard a loud scream coming from the tower, shut up. The crowd was silenced but the voice everyone heard wasn't Tsunade's, it was Konohamaru's. Hokage Tower. Konohamaru was standing on the metal rails in front of Tsunade and he was furious. You bastards. Naruto-Nisan save your asses and this is the thanks he get. Uchiha Sasuke didn't fight against the powerful Raikage and win. Naruto did. Not even Tsunade-sama, our Hokage, was able to defeat the Raikage. Naruto defended us all and we show our thanks by calling him a demon. He has the Nine Tails in him, okay so what? His own father put the demon in him to save the village. Did any of you know what it's like to walk around with a demon inside of you? No you don't, none of us do. My grandfather defended this village and he told me it's because he loves the people in this village. I asked why and he said, Konoha citizens are the most understanding, caring, and helpful citizens in all of the world. For a long time I believed him but now I know that is a lie. Everyone was shocked by Konohamaru and what he was saying but he wasn't finished. I'm ashamed to be member of this village for the first time in my life. Did any of you ever sit down and talk with him? Maybe invited him over to get to know him a little bit more? No, you just judge. It's easy to take out your anger and pain out on the demon child for what the QB did, isn't it, in cowards? If the fourth knew what was going to occur, I'm sure he would have never sacrificed his only son so your lives could be spared. Look into your hearts and ask, is it Naruto you hate or is it the Nine Tails? I can tell you one thing, the two are not one being, and they're completely different. Citizen of Konoha, you are a disgrace to everything Konoha stands for. I'm done, I can't look at any of you anymore. Konohamaru flipped off of the rail and landed on the ground below. As he glanced around, every shinobi that met his eyes put their heads down in shame. Konohamaru just shook his head, disgraceful. As he walked, the crowd made a path for him. Hanabi went run after him but was stopped by Udon, who placed his hand on her shoulder and shook his head. Tsunade from the top of her balcony smiled, "Well done Konohamaru, Rokudaime indeed." Tsunade continued, "Well, Konohamaru's outburst was a bit unprofessional but it did drive home the message. I just want you all to know that I have selected my candidate for Rokudaime, which overrides the council's selection. I know all of you wanted Uchiha Sasuke but the fact of the matter is he turned down the position a week ago. Even if he didn't, he would not have been the next Hokage. I've found my successor and he will do well in the position when I step down. I want to thank you all for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your day." Tsunade walked toward the exit. The crowd remained after a while. Makinu was the bold one to start chanting, "Naruto, Naruto, Naruto." The chants started to slowly spread until it became louder and louder. Tsunade stopped when she heard the chants. Her initial shock caused her eyes to widen. After the shock, a smile formed on her face. At the hospital, Shikamaru looked at Naruto. "Seems it took you 2 times instead of 3, you know, saving their lives and all." Yumi spoke, "Well, Naruto, looks like Konohamaru's speech got through to them. Even if it didn't, you will always be my hero." Hayami tapped Naruto's leg. "Nisan, when do we go home?" Naruto looked at Shinji. "I'm sure my uncle and my aunt wouldn't mind either way. Besides, I don't have time for kids." Naruto smiled, "So you're pawning her off on me, thanks a lot Shinji." "Naruto Nisan, you don't want me to live with you." "That's not it Hayami, I was just joking with Shinji. But to answer your question, I should be fine tomorrow but we probably won't leave Konoha for another 2 days." Naruto explained to the little girl. "So what happened after I blacked out?" Naruto asked. Hayami jumped on the bed and started going into an animated explanation. "Naruto Nisan, when you passed out, we were instantly surrounded by shinobi in a weird-looking masks and a bunch shinobi. One of them tried to attack you and Sasuke-san cut him with his sword. He held you in his arms and told everyone that if they messed with you they would have to go through him. Next thing you know he disappeared with you his arms. Gaara jumped in. Sasuke brought you here Naruto. No one has seen Sasuke for the past week though, so we don't know what he's up to." "Sasuke, eh?" Naruto smiled again. Yokohana spoke. "Naruto, I will be heading back today but Sasuke will remain and will escort you back. I will see you when you get home. Later Naruto, take care everyone." Later Yokohana. "Temari, I never did thank you." "Shut up idiot. You don't have to thank me for protecting Hayami. Even if Gaara didn't give me the order I probably would have done it." Kankuro whispered, "Of course, any excuse to see your boyfriend." Kankuro felt Temari fan hit his head. "Shut up idiot." Naruto smiled at the brother and sister. Shikamaru addressed Naruto, "Well, I have a few things that I need to deal with." Naruto, "Take it easy. You know me Shikamaru. Exactly why I said what I said." Shikamaru left the group. Temari tapped Gaara, "I need to talk to you before you leave today. I'm actually leaving in another hour, so whatever you wish to talk to me about please let's do it now." Gaara looked at his sister. "I would like to tell you in private." "Your hotel room?" Temari asked. "Let's go, I have to pack anyway." Turning to Naruto, "I'm sure I will see you in a few weeks. Take care." Kankuro tapped Naruto's leg. "Yay bro, take it easy and get the hell out of here soon." "Thanks guys." Later, Naruto waved as Gaara left. Hinata turned to Shinji, "Maybe we should go." "Mai-san, Hayami, we're going to get something to eat. You want to come?" Mai nodded, "Sure. I want to stay with Naruto Ni-san," Hayami informed Hinata. Naruto knew what Hinata was trying to do. "Hayami, can you go with Hinata? I want ramen and I want you to order my favorite. Can you do that?" "Sure Nisan. I'm bring you back 2 bowls of miso ramen," Hayami said with energy in her voice. Shinji turned toward the door. "Let's go. Naruto, we will be back later." Naruto watched as everyone left. When Hinata closed the door behind her, Yumi embraced Naruto. "I've missed you so much. How are you really feeling Naruto?" "I'm still feel a little pain in my chest." "Yumi, I'm sorry for leaving but I had to do this if I hadn't." "Shut up, I understand Naruto. I just missed you." "Naruto, don't ever scare me like that again. When you died or was in limbo or wherever you were, I was going to lose you. Yumi, you're not going to lose me. Death couldn't keep me away from you. What makes you think anything can? Naruto K. Yumi on lips. Pulling away, he looked into her eyes. It's going to take more than death to keep me away. Naruto, I love you. She embraced him in a tight hug. I love you too, Yumi. So, how is that book you've been writing but won't let me read coming along? Naruto asked as he slightly pushed her forward. It's actually going real well. The ending couldn't have been more perfect. Naruto smiled. Fantastic, when do I get to read it? Soon, but when it's finished, okay. You will be the first person to read it. I can't wait to get out of here, I want to go home, Naruto said to Yumi. Me too, I can't wait to get back home. Naruto leaned back on the bed. So, could you tell me what happened during my 7-month absence? Naruto listened as Yumi started to explain all that happened while thinking to himself, it's finally over. Ka, thanks for showing me the way. Now Yumi, Hayami, Mai, Shinji, and Rin can leave Konoha. Vote. On Madara's statue, Uchiha Sasuke looked up toward the sun. Madara, I know you're out there and Akatsuki lives on with you. Itachi showed me that much in his vision. I'm an Avenger and I swore to bring all responsible for the Uchiha clan massacre to justice. I will definitely kill you. Sasuke shouted, Uchiha Madara, I will definitely kill you. What are you waiting for? Why not now? Sasuke's eyes widened when he heard the voice behind him. Slowly turning, Sasuke was face to face with a figure in a black hooded cloak. He could see the Sharingan glowing from under the hood. You swore to kill me, I'm right here, well what are you going to do, Sasuke? Madara said in a taunting voice. I know why, you can't kill me. Don't worry Sasuke, I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to let you know that I'm going to obliterate Konoha, Cloud, Suna, Mist, Rock, and all of the shinobi villages. Not you nor the Nine-Tails brat can stop the inevitable. Your Hokage, little Tsunade is aware of what's going on. Sasuke doing everything he could from attacking Madara, I know what you're planning, you won't succeed. Itachi threw a wrench in your plans and besides, Akatsuki fell once, this time I will cut out the root and it will fall permanently. We shall see Sasuke. When the time comes, you know where to find me. When you gain my power I will be waiting for you. I know Itachi informed you about everything, I wonder how's your vision these days. You're a smart kid, you still have your brother's eyes don't you? Your silence has provided me with my answer. In any event, you have 7 years, inform Tsunade that you all have 7 years. Running away doesn't sound like something the legendary Madara who conquered clans would do. Also why warn us, 7 years is more than enough time to surpass you, Madara stopped and turned to Sasuke. I'm not running from you Sasuke. Our time will come and when it does I will not hold back on you or your friend Naruto. I'm warning you because I want everyone to be prepared for what's to come. No matter how much you prepare, nothing will save you. Make no mistake about it, I will be the one to kill you both. Sasuke lost it. Do it now you bastard, shooting a Chidori at Madara, it pierced his cloak, but Madara was gone. Sasuke narrowed his eyes and gritted his teeth, shit, he got away. First Aizu now this, 7 years, why 7 years? Is that how long it takes to build the statue? This is not going to turn out well. Sasuke turned back to the direction of Konoha. Naruto, looks like we got another battle on our hands. 5 days later Konoha. 3 days had passed and Naruto was out of the hospital. He was informed about Akatsuki from Tsunade. Naruto knew he would have to be prepared but right now he would take it easy, or as easy as Uzumaki Naruto could take it. Back at the hotel, Naruto found himself packing his bags. He was ready to leave and head back home to Sun Country with a few additions. Naruto, who was being helped by Hayami, turned to the girl. Are you all packed up Hayami? Yes Nisan, all done. I'm going to help Yumi Nichan and Mai-san. The little girl went to help the others. Naruto watched as she left. Yumi and Tsunade both had informed him of her outburst when he died. Raiho-sensei, if what they say is true then your daughter is the true heir to the Manashu clan. I can't believe she was able to cut Aizu, truly amazing. Since everyone was staying with Sasuke, it was weird to be in the Uchiha compound. Naruto had yet to see Sasuke since being on the battlefield. He supposed he wouldn't get to see him before he left. In any event Naruto was all done packing. Throwing his bags over his shoulder, he walked into the room that Yumi was in with Mai and Hayami. You girls ready? Everyone nodded. Yes, let's go home, Yumi said with a smile. Hokage Monument. Kakashi and Rin were sitting on the head of the Yondaime Hokage. It seems like the world is changing, Rin. That it is, Kakashi. It could also be that we're getting old, you know. You could be right, but it's now Naruto's generation turn to lead. You're going back with him, aren't you? Kakashi's tone was the saddest Rin has ever heard it. Yes, but I'm certain we will be seeing a lot of each other. You know, Kakashi, it wouldn't hurt you to visit me every now and then. I will definitely visit you, Rin. Looking into his eyes, Rin pulled up his high 8-stroked the side of his Sharingan with her thumb. Moving her hands down slowly, she pulled down his mask and leaned in for AK. The two shinobi's lips were locked in a sensual but gentle moment of passion. Rin pulled away. I have to go. You know where to find me, Kakashi. Shunshunning out of view, Kakashi looked up to the sky, pulling mask back up the dune and laid back on the stone, thinking of nothing but Rin and of happiness. He lost her once, he wouldn't lose her again. Konoha Street. Naruto was walking down the street with Hayami, Mai, and Yumi. While walking, he noticed that shinobi and citizens were lined up along the sidewalk. He could see in their eyes as he continued to walk respect, sympathy, regret, and joy. Naruto nodded to each one of them as he passed. He had finally earned the respect that he wanted, or at least wanted at one time. Naruto turned to Hayami. Where is Shinji? Isn't he coming with us? Shinji ni and Hinata Nichan are going back to Sea Country together. He plans to rebuild our home and start the Manashu clan again, Hayami informed Naruto. Yumi jumped in. Shinji will probably be back and forth between both countries, you know, checking in on Hayami and whatnot. But for the most part, he and Hinata decided to go back to sea together. Shinji and Hinata, how long have I slept? Yumi slapped her forehead. Are you serious? You mean to tell me that you didn't know? For a guy who has perfect vision, you're pretty blind. Naruto just placed his hand behind his head and scratched the back of his head. Naruto and the others got to the gates and saw Tsunade, Sakura, the rest of his graduating class, Team Guy, Asuma, Kurenai, Senzairu, and the others waiting for him. Tsunade stepped forward. I guess this is it, eh? Yeah. Bar-chan, you take care of yourself. Besides, I'm tired of saving your ass. Naruto. Her elevated voice caused him to freeze up, but her smile relaxed him. Take care of yourself, okay? By the way, Tsunade took of her necklace and gave it to Naruto. You are the rightful owner, and this is definitely yours. Bar-chan. I don't want to hear it. I gave it to you and it's yours. Take it. Naruto just nodded. Okay, Bar-chan. Iruka stepped up. Naruto, continue to write and don't be a stranger. I will write, Iruka-sensei. You just continue to teach these young kids what it is to be a shinobi. Naruto was approached by Konohamaru. Bro. Naruto put his hand out for Konohamaru to give him a 5. Once on, Konohamaru placed his hand in Naruto's open hand. Naruto pulled him in for a hug. Konohamaru, you are going to make a great Hokage someday. Continue to grow strong and don't let anything stand in your way. I can't lead Konoha, but knowing that there is someone like you leading gives the village hope for the future. Konohamaru and Naruto broke the embrace and the young Sarutobi smiled. Thanks, bro, I will definitely make you proud. Don't make me proud, make the village proud. I will, Naruto-Nisan, I definitely will. Naruto was looking around to see where Rin was at. I wonder where Rin is and I don't see Sasuke. I'm right here, Naruto, are you ready to go? Naruto turned to Rin and nodded. Sure, let's go. Wait. Everyone turned around to see Temari and Shikamaru. Temari, Shikamaru, what's up? Naruto said to his friends. Well, Naruto, Temari and I have been thinking if we are going to be together we can't do it in Konoha, that would mean she would have to leave her life in Suna to be with me. Shikamaru stated. And if Shikamaru left Konoha, he would give up being a shinobi in Konoha to come to Suna. So we've decided to start life anew by forfeiting our positions as shinobi of our village and start a life in Sun Country. I hear it's beautiful place to start anew, what do you think? Naruto smiled. So I guess you talked to Gaara, Temari. He recommended it. In any event, we are leaving with you, Naruto. Ino looked at Shikamaru. Are really going to leave us? Ino, you and Chuji are my best friends, that will never change. But my life here in the Leaf is done. It's only fitting, I guess, to end my run as a leaf shinobi on a high note. Shikamaru smiled at the girl. Chuji walked up to Shikamaru. Take care of yourself, Shikamaru, and let me know where you are staying so I can visit every now and then. You can drop in whenever you want, Chuji. I wouldn't have it any other way. Naruto smiled and everyone smiled at the friendship between the two shinobi. Well, I think it's time we go home. Come on everyone, we're off. Sakura, you take care of that asshole. I will, Naruto. You take care of yourself too. I don't know how you feel toward our whole situation and how things went down over the years, but I want you to know that Team 7 will always be in my heart, and since you was a major part of Team 7, you will definitely hold a place there. Team 7, the greatest team ever formed, period. Naruto smirked. Team 7, we were pretty awesome, weren't we? That's because I was carrying your sorry asses, Naruto smirked when he heard Sasuke. Turning around, he could see the Uchiha dressed an outfit similar to the one he wore throughout his years in Sound, but all black, standing on top of the village entrance. Big talk for a scary cat. Naruto saw Sasuke place a hand on his sword. HMPH, well, seems like we see things differently, Tonkachi. Sasuke saw Naruto reach for the sword Raiho had given him. That's nothing new, Sasuke-chan. Naruto looked up at Sasuke, who was smirking all the while. Senzairu, who was standing near his mother, was about to step in when Kakashi appeared behind him and placed a hand on his shoulder. Don't, this is between them two. I've learned you can't stop the inevitable. Senzairu looked at Kakashi, then back at the two. Naruto's eyes shifted to the right. Raising his sword behind him, he blocked Sasuke's attack. Fading from view, Sasuke ducked, as a slash came from his right and was aimed for his head. Spinning his sword in his hand, he thrust forth toward Naruto's stomach. Once he got a grip, he pierced Naruto's stomach. Everyone's eyes went wide, but when the Bunshin disappeared they was relieved. Appearing behind Sasuke with uncanny speed, Naruto sliced the Uchiha in half. Again, everyone couldn't believe what they were seeing until a bunch of snakes ended up dead. Naruto smiled. Seems like you have gotten faster since last time. You're not even using your Sharingan. Likewise. Well, I'm going to let you off the hook for now, Tonkachi, but know that our fight isn't over. We still have a score to settle. Don't worry, Sasuke, we will definitely see who's stronger. But you do realize I'm the bearer of the light. Before the Uchiha's the greatest genius comes off barely as average. You being the bearer mean nothing. In any event, don't die anytime soon, not before we can fight again. Just try to stay alive until that time, Sasuke-chan. Both warriors smirked at one another. In burst of leaves, Sasuke left the group. Show off, was all that Naruto said. Turning to everyone, you all take care. Oh, and Bar-chan, you have my banking information. I expect to have my money wired to my account in the next 2 weeks. Tsunade had completely forgotten about the money. Hey Naruto, you don't really want. As he was walking with Hayami, Sasum, Shikamaru, Temari, Mai, and Yumi, Naruto yelled out, a deal is a deal. 2 weeks. Tsunade slumped her shoulders. Damn, I was going to put some of that into our relief fund. Damn you, Naruto. Well, we should get going, we have a village to repair. Senzairu's words snapped everyone out of their funk. The group left to tend to the village. Uzumaki Naruto, on the other hand, was walking down the dirty path that led to Konoha with a smile on his face. His past, his present, his future, all lay on this road. He didn't know what the future may hold, but whatever was in store he would face it head on because he never went back on his word. That is his way of the shinobi, the way of Uzumaki Naruto, the man known to all as the Golden Fox. That will be all for this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below for more videos. Goodbye.